Hello all you crazy and wonderful people, my name is Andrew, also known as Penguin ADZ, and here's another week's video. For this week's Thursday for History Thursday, I'm doing the history of Game Boy. Now, the Game Boy, most of you have probably played on a Game Boy, and if haven't, seen someone else who has. Now, the Game Boy was designed by Nintendo and was released in 1989. It was created by a guy named Gameboy Yukio. I probably murdered that name, I'm sorry. It's Japanese. And when he was creating the Game Boy, he wanted it to be small, light, inexpensive, and durable. Now, other companies in time, because since technology was getting smaller, other companies were trying to design something like that too. They focused it on color and nice graphics. But he purposely built it to have a long battery life. Now, these other devices were vampires, basically. They sucked out the energy in the batteries in place of it. You had to put more batteries in it, and it wouldn't last as long. But the Game Boy, what was cool about it is you just put in like four double A's, and it could last around 12 hours. That was pretty cool. But the downside of this is there's no color on the Game Boy and no backlight to it. When you had to play it in the dark, you usually needed a flashlight shown on it, or bought one of those things that were put on it to have the light for it. Now, another thing that was designed with the Game Boy was that he wanted to make it have a library of games. Have multiple multiple games you can play and get a full fun experience. Now, when the Game Boy did come out, you could buy it. I think it was around $89.99. Not $89.99. And it came with Tetris, which is a pretty good deal. And it was really cheap, too. Now, the Game Boy's life was pretty long, actually. Just when it was about to die, a very famous game, which you might know, by the name of Pokemon came out. Pokemon came out in February of 1996. Now, right before Pokemon came out, the Game Boy sold around 1 million copies. Like, the Nintendo sold 1 million copies of the Game Boy. But after the next year, after Pokemon was released, 3 million were sold. That's a lot of Game Boys. Because of Pokemon, it increased the lifespan of the game and of the Game Boy, and they didn't really have to put something out into the market until around 1998, when the color Game Boy came out. That's when the first colored Game Boys you started seeing and people playing colored games on it. After the colored Game Boy came out, they kept on releasing more copies of the Game Boy and got newer things of it, different sizes, and soon they started releasing other gaming types, like the DS, the Wii, then the 3DS and the Wii U, and now recently they're about to, I think, release the Nintendo Switch, which is actually a really cool looking device. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it seemed a little quick. I just love talking about the Game Boys, and I know a lot about them. If you guys want to know anything else in history, any little tidbits, please leave a comment in the section below. Also, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!